Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and this time around we're going to look at flea market finds, but they're not my flea market finds. They come from a viewer, Scott. Scott is out in the Los Angeles area, and Scott apparently goes to the flea markets at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. He seems to find an awful lot of interesting stuff, and he sends it to me to make sure that I can do what I can do with it and make these reels have a second chance. So we're going to take a look at it. He sent me 3 boxes. It's always pretty interesting when he sends me this stuff, and it also tends to make its way to a lot of videos because, well, they're pretty unusual. So let's see what we have here. We have a couple of boxes in the box, and right off the bat I can see we have a fairly interesting one. I've done this one on a larger scale, but this is the Pfluger Free Speed. It's the 10, it looks like the 1040, and this is a series that they made that's a very interesting kind of a reel. I have not done this size. I think I did this Pfluger C Scamp. I think that was what it was called, possibly, maybe not. And I will certainly do this one for Scott, and we'll show you how that one comes together, how it's made, and how it works. Well, here's a big old reel in beautiful condition. It's missing its tag, and right now I'm going to tell you it's got me. I think we'll figure it out over time, but it's Olympic from Japan. I don't know the model number on it, but it is stamped Olympic from Japan. Beautiful reel. I'm sure Chris and other folks in the viewing audience are going to love to see this one, so we'll certainly do that one for Scott. And as I said, he finds some really interesting stuff, and that interesting stuff from time to time just is a lot of fun. Well, here's a J.C. Reagan spin casting reel. This one's got to go on unique. This one sort of looks like from outer space, doesn't it? I don't recall ever seeing this one. I'm not even sure I know how to work on this one, but we're going to find out. We're going to find out what we can. This is a J.C. Higgins. Let's see what we can find out from the box. It's a number 3119 spin casting reel. Free of line twist under any and all circumstances. Well, I can certainly use that reel, because some of the reels I have get a lot of line twist, which leads me to a thought that maybe I should do a video. There's some companies out there now. I think Piscicum is one, and some others that have these little rod attachments that unspin or supposedly unkink line. I don't know about them. We'll find out. Okay. Here's another one that I've never worked on. This is a Swiss-made reel called the Stucky, J.W. Stucky in Switzerland. And wow, it kind of looks a little bit like the record reel. We'll see how that one goes. Thank you so much, Scott, for sending these in. And here's a big old Penn Fierce. It's the original Fierce line. This one is the 8,000, I'm going to guess, 7,000. And we'll certainly service that one as well. We may do all of these. If you have a reel that you'd like to see me work on, please shoot a note in the comments section. I'll be happy to work on them. So one of the best things you can do to not miss any of the episodes where I'm doing reels like this is to subscribe to my channel. And if you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button. That's going to let you know when I post, and you'll be able to see these reels getting worked on. Well, this is the 702Z pen. It's a light to medium one. It's got a broken bail. That shouldn't have come out of there, but I'm kind of surprised. There you go. Let's put it back in, see if it does it again. Nope, just kind of must have been off and detached. This one seems to be running fine. I have to check my library. I'm not sure I've done the 720. I may have called that a 702 earlier. That's when it was upside down. The 720Z, and nice reel, Scott. All right, we're going to take care of those for him. But he sent me 2 more boxes. So it must have been one really nice day at the flea market. And I'm kind of interested to find out from him what he paid for these and how much money he brought to that, because there's a lot of dollars in these for sure, or there will be when we get done with them. Okay, well, here looks like a whole another pile of reels in box number 2. This is almost like Let's Make a Deal, right? We have all these boxes of reels in here. Let's find out what we got. Okay, the first one up then is a Daiwa Saltist. I like this reel a lot, and I'm sure Scott's going to like it as well. I don't think I've done the Saltist in this variety. This is the 30HA. Scott, you're batting 100 so far in terms of videos that if I have the time I'm going to do. Next one up is an older Quantum Iron. Now I have done the Quantum Iron, and this one just seems fairly loose. I'm going to have to find out what's going on in there. It's not as smooth as it should be, but otherwise it appears in pretty good condition. Then we have a Pen Pier. This is the 209 Pen Pier, and this has got the line guide outside of the rail. That's easy enough to fix. What's not easy enough to fix is it's very tight. I can feel that already. Yeah, this is really tight. We're going to find out why that is. Those reels still have all the parts available, so we can work on those. A little Daiwa Minimite maybe. This is the Daiwa 208RL, one step up from the Minimite. Fun reels, early 70s, made in Korea. We'll take care of that for Scott. So you can see there's quite a variety here. I get a lot of experience with a lot of reels. So if you have a question on any reels, please leave them in the comments section, and I'll try to answer them for you. Maybe you're working on a reel and you're stuck by it, and if you're stuck, I'll try to help you out with that. So here's an Abu Ambassador, probably in the 4000 series. It's an earlier one. It's missing its nut cap, but that's okay. And seems to be turning fine. Free spool seems to be working, and we'll do that. I think that's the first one I probably don't need to do a video on because I've done a lot of those, but we'll see as we go along here. And then one more box. So Scott has probably had covered acres out there in terms of searching for that. Either that or we found a dealer that was going out of business. I'm going to give Scott a call to find out just how we got all of these, because to me, the local flea markets around here, they have the reels. We typically only buy a few, one or two maybe from each. And in this case, looks like we got a whole pile of these here. And let's see what we got. Here's a beautiful handle. I don't know what it's attached to. It's attached to a Made in California. Okay. It's an Ocean City reel manufacturer. At least it appears that way from the button. But there's no markings on it otherwise. This, I believe, is aftermarket. This has got the Ocean City handle and the Ocean City throw. So everything indicates it's an Ocean City reel other than it says Made in California. And whether that Made in California is just kind of something they put on there or not, I don't know. We're going to have to learn a little bit more about this reel. But everything on this reel kind of says Ocean City there. We have a pen. This is going to be the 155. It's an old standard. It's called the Beachmaster. This one needs work. It either doesn't have a... Oh, here we go. That clicker's nice and loud. This has a twisted frame. So how do you know it's a twisted frame? If you look under here, you're going to see separation in the spool. You could probably fit a good piece of paper or the blade of the screwdriver in that hole there. When you come up top, there's no separation. That spool is buried in. That means that you have frame twist, which means this whole frame has kind of done this. It's turned, and that's caused the issue that we have with this reel. That usually is a function of this bottom getting pulled out, because the bars don't twist too much. It's usually that reel seat. We'll see if that's repairable. That is the weak part of those post frames. Here's an old one. This is another Ocean City. This is called, I believe this is the Ocean City Free Spool. And look at that. So I believe that's rubber on the outside, but it's got a chip in it, so it might be plastic. That was German silver at one point. That's a wood knob. I'm going to have to go back in the archives and look at when the free spool was available. I believe this was pre-war. So this is probably from the 1930s. And you know what? It's still working nice and smooth. Look at that run. Beautiful. And so about the only thing that goes on reels like that, if they're properly maintained, is the drag washers. They will dry out over time. We'll see what we have there. This is as holy but goodies all around, isn't it? I don't know. This one's hard to see. There is a labeling there, but it's hard for me to pick up. We'll see if we can do some more work on that. This is Four Brothers. This is the Sumco. I actually may have done that. So this has the old leather casting thumb brake on it for the line. Four Brothers. Well, who were the Four Brothers? They were the four sons of Ernest Pfluger. And Ernest Pfluger founded the Pfluger Reel Company. And the Four Brothers, I don't remember the names, I think one of them may have been Joseph, they started putting out some of these reels on their own. And if you look at the Sumco and some of the other Pfluger brands, you're going to find it's the same reel, just under a different brand name. So this is actually really nice stuff. I haven't seen this one before. This is a A.H. Fox Gun Company out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is an old direct drive reel, wooden handle, free spool release. It would tell me that you have a reel somewhere in the late 30s, maybe 40s. I'm really interested and fascinated to get underneath this. Scott, again, thank you for sending these. Wow. I think there's one more under here. There may be two. I'm just kind of putting them back in there because I don't want to lose them. This is another pen. This is a pen Surfmaster. This is the Surfmaster 250. This is the predecessor to the pen Jigmaster 500. The 250 has a lower gear ratio than the Jigmaster, but other than that, the frame parts will fit. Now, this has got the low gear in it, but you could take a Jigmaster 500 side plate, put that on there, and the rest of the reel would perform as a Jigmaster. And I'm just going to check now. So we got a really, one more. I thought there was one more in here. This is a nice looking pen, Long Beach. It's the 60. It's a newer size, newer model one. Nice, clean all around for the most part. And I've done plenty of Long Beaches on my series, so we won't do that. But wow, Scott, you did great. I don't know, we're going to have a conversation here about how you got these. Was it a single buy? Was it an estate sale? Kind of how you found these out there, and get a little bit more about the information behind it. So thank you again for sending those. These will be a lot of videos, so again, I would encourage you all to please take the time to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And if you want to see one of these, please leave a note in the comment section. And if you like Scott and the other folks that are sending reels into me for service and repair, well, just contact me by email on the business card that follows. I'll be happy to provide you with the repair information. So to all who are keeping us safe during the pandemic, our essential workers, our uniformed services, our first responders, thank you for everything it is that you're doing. To everybody, please stay safe, stay well, and stay watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.